I thought it was so interesting that women's voices were considered dangerous.
Hey there, it's Kristen, and today we are chatting with director and writer Karen Cinorre and actress Grace Van Patten about their new film, Mayday. It made its premiere at Sundance, which I checked out, and it was really awesome. It sort of like evokes these Wizard of Oz or like Peter Pan through the looking glass, brand new world sort of vibe, but delivers this complex look at feminism as women engage in a never-ending war with men. I hope you guys enjoy our conversation. I want to start with Karen. If you could tell me about Mayday and where the inspiration for this film came from.
It came from incredible women I've known my whole life, my friends, my family, women I don't even know who I've admired, and wanting to make a story about them as forces of nature. And so one of my obsessions when I was reading in high school was this myth of the sirens, these wonderful women who, well, not wonderful, these dangerous women who lured sailors to their deaths with their voices. And I thought it was so interesting that women's voices were considered dangerous. And so those two ideas really came together to form this script.
Yeah, I love that. Like taking that kind of like mythology that has existed, but kind of twisting it, and that it's like, not just like these mythical voices, but like women's voices in general are
Yeah.
powerful things that, maybe on the wrong side, you better be careful.
Yeah, and why are they dangerous? And what is their side of the story? So I was kind of interested in flipping that myth.
And now for you, Grace, I'd love to hear a little bit more about your character, Anna, and how you kind of got into the role.
I was so intrigued by her journey as soon as I read it. And I thought it was, Karen told this coming of age story in such a beautiful, soulful, magical way that was kind of up for interpretation. And I really felt like Anna's story needed to be told, and that it could hopefully give hope to young women that life can go on, and that the power of sisterhood is extremely powerful and important. And I was hooked.
I love that you mentioned kind of like that magical element, because I feel like what's so fun about this film is that it also has these sort of like fairy tale-esque atmospheric vibes. So what kind of inspired you to go in that direction?
I guess I couldn't help myself. It seemed that it called for it. I'm very drawn to these ideas, and Anna's character kept morphing into sort of an Alice in Wonderland through the looking glass. Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, she was just going through this magical transformation. And what I never liked about the Wizard of Oz is that Dorothy comes back and no one believes her that she's been anywhere, and she hasn't gotten a heart or a brain, or she's just come back and no one believes her. So I wanted to see a woman go through this magical journey and be transformed and come back to her life with some hope.
I'd love to hear like what it was like filming this. You have such an incredible cast. Were there any like really fun moments or really challenging moments?
I think all of the above. I think it was challenging in a way that we were all trying to conquer something that was new and exciting, and within that was so much fun, and it was so adventurous, and such a collaboration, and we were all together in Croatia in this beautiful place, being in the ocean pretty much every day. So I mean, it was magical, and is going to be very hard to beat that experience.
Yeah, it was quite a big swing for an independent movie. It was like, we're making an action movie and we're just these actors were so incredible. We had to hurl them off cliffs and into the ocean and do underwater sequences and ride motorcycles, and at the same time tell a story that was quite real, and we wanted it to be relatable and meaningful. And so we were trying to do a lot of things at the same time. And I think because the story meant so much to all of us, and so much to the actors, so much to the crew, so much to the makers of it, we felt so deeply that we needed to do it and we needed to say it. So we were so just focused, and that was thrilling. That was thrilling to work with people with that much passion.
I'd love to also dive into, obviously this is a feminist story of sort of men versus women. And I'd love to hear from you guys. Have you felt that it was difficult as a woman to kind of make it in quote unquote a man's world, or even in this entertainment industry?
I mean, I think that it's getting better right now, which is very hopeful. And as soon as I saw a project that was written by a woman, directed by a woman, we're all female leads. I mean, that was a huge part of me wanting to do it, because I had never encountered that at that point. I mean, I haven't been doing this very long, but I knew I had to jump on that because I knew it wouldn't come around much. And I think it's so beautiful that people like Karen are carving the path for young women to do that and create opportunity for it. So yes, I think it's been very rare, and right now we're going upwards for sure. And obviously the movie explores a lot of that, those inner battles within ourselves as women. And but I do think Anna serves as this moral compass, kind of, to, you know, she sees that, she ultimately realizes that what these women are doing are wrong, and that's how they find their power. But her power is unique to herself, and her power comes from this connection she had with these amazing women. They gave her this power to move forward because she found it in herself.
Yeah, I think Grace is absolutely right. It's getting better. But yeah, frankly, it was very hard for me. When I was starting out making this film, I was told by a male producer that I did not deserve to make this film. So there are deep-seated expectations of what women can do and what their role is and what they're capable of. And I think sometimes we forget that because there's so many wonderful men around us who don't believe that, right? I mean, I'm not normally surrounded by that. So, but then sometimes someone who has the power to make your career flourish or not has that view, it can take you back quite a bit. So it's very important to make sure we're mentoring and bringing other women along with us, and all kinds of people who are having trouble with those outdated notions, wrong notions. Just, we have to help each other. If you make it an inch, bring 10 people with you, I think.
Absolutely. And I think that's something that so many women can relate to. I mean, I myself have also been in situations where a man has told me that I can't do something without knowing anything about me or my background.
They don't even know you.
They don't even know you. Those are the people that you know that don't know you, and you don't want them around you. You want those people that are, you know, can lift you up. If you guys like this one, you can check out more of my interviews right over here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.